In the history of warfare, has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks? Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before.
In the dark waters of the Strait of Hormuz, beneath the cover of night, one of the most daring direct action missions of the entire crisis quietly unfolded. U.S. Navy SEALs were assigned a high-stakes raid to seize and neutralize a heavily fortified Iranian oil platform that had been converted into a forward command post and drone launch base. This single platform was orchestrating mine-laying operations and launching Shahed drones directly at passing oil tankers. The mission was simple and clear: storm the platform, eliminate the threat, capture key intelligence, and deny Iran any further use of this strategic outpost. No conventional Marines or Army units were involved. This was a pure Navy SEAL operation, from initial planning all the way to final execution. At a forward naval base in the Arabian Gulf, the SEAL platoon assembled inside a dimly lit briefing room aboard the USS John C. Stennis. Lieutenant Commander Ryan Hale stood at the front, facing a large holographic display that revealed every detail of the target platform. The 3D model rotated slowly, highlighting guard positions along the upper decks, the central control tower, drone launch pads on the lower level, the helipad, and the underwater support legs where Iranian fast boats were moored. Commander Hale carefully traced the infiltration routes, broke down the exact timing of critical targets, and outlined the 4 assault teams along with their specific objectives. Team 1 would secure the helipad and communications room. Team 2 was tasked with clearing the drone storage area. Team 3 would take control of the command tower and capture the Iranian officer in charge. Team 4 would provide overwatch and intercept any fast boats attempting to escape. We hit them hard, we hit them fast, and we take that platform before they can send a single distress call, Commander Hale told his men. Every SEAL listened in complete silence, committing every detail, every angle, every second to memory. After the briefing, the operators moved to the armory for final preparation. They donned dark tactical dry suits, checked their rebreathers, and fitted suppressed Mk-18 rifles with night vision optics. Each man carried extra magazines loaded with subsonic ammunition, flashbang grenades, breaching charges, medical kits, and flex cuffs. Snipers calibrated their suppressed Mk-13 rifles for long-range shots across the platform deck. Combat divers rechecked their underwater scooters and limpet mine packages, prepared to quietly disable any Iranian boats if necessary. Despite the stakes, the mood remained calm and focused. These were men who had trained for this exact type of mission hundreds of times. On the flight deck, 2 MH-60 Seahawk helicopters and 4 combatant craft assault CCA boats were already prepared and waiting. The SEALs boarded the rigid hull inflatable boats in total silence. One by one, the CCA boats slipped away from the carrier into the black water, riding low and fast, their muffled engines barely audible. At the same time, the 2 MH-60 helicopters lifted off, flying nap of the earth to evade radar detection. The helicopters carried the sniper teams and were set to provide top cover once the assault began. 20 minutes later, the boats closed in on the massive oil platform, approaching from 2 separate directions. The SEALs cut their engines and allowed themselves to drift the final 100 meters with the current. No words were spoken, only hand signals guided the movement. The first 2 teams fast roped from the hovering Nighthawks onto the upper deck, while the boat teams, at the same moment, began climbing the platform's legs using specially designed grappling hooks and silent ascent rigs. Within just 90 seconds, all 4 teams had reached the platform without triggering any alarm. The assault was precise and surgical. Suppressed rifles took down the first perimeter guards before they even had a chance to react. Flashbangs swept through the drone storage room, clearing it in one clean, coordinated motion. Team 3 breached the command tower door with a shaped charge and secured the Iranian commander before he could get anywhere near the radio. In under 6 minutes, the entire platform was under SEAL control. One Iranian fast boat attempted to escape, but a sniper disabled its engine with a precise shot from 300 meters away. The remaining guards surrendered soon after, offering no further resistance. As the assault team secured prisoners and checked the area for booby traps, the intelligence specialists immediately got to work. They downloaded critical data from the platform's command systems, photographed maps and drone control setups, and seized multiple encrypted laptops along with communication devices. Meanwhile, combat divers moved below, attaching limpet mines to the underwater support structure in preparation for a later controlled demolition. With the objective achieved, exfiltration began. The MH-60 helicopters returned, hovering low as the SEALs fast roped down with their high-value prisoners and intelligence packages. At the same time, the CCA boats pulled up alongside the lower deck to extract the remaining operators. Within minutes, every SEAL, along with the prisoners and captured intelligence, was off the platform and speeding away into the darkness. Back aboard the USS John C. Stennis, Commander Ryan Hale received the coded confirmation of mission success. The Iranian oil platform that had threatened global energy routes was now fully neutralized and under temporary U.S. control. Intelligence teams immediately began analyzing the captured data, which would prove crucial for the next stages of operations in the strait. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the platform stood silent. Controlled charges detonated beneath the waterline, collapsing key support legs in a carefully timed sequence. The structure began to tilt, ensuring it could never again serve as a launch point for mines or drones. The success of this lightning raid sent shockwaves through Iranian command. The message was clear and unmistakable. American special forces could strike anywhere in the Strait of Hormuz at any time with devastating precision. Meanwhile, the blockade Iran had attempted to enforce was unraveling faster than they could respond. On the carrier deck, the SEAL platoon gathered in silence. There were no loud celebrations, just quiet nods and brief fist bumps among professionals who had carried out a near-flawless operation. Commander Hale looked over his men and said simply, "Platform is done. The lane is opening. Stay ready." The mission continues. Far below, the first commercial oil tankers, held back for days, began moving once again under the protection of U.S. naval forces. The waters of the Strait of Hormuz were starting to flow freely. The men who had stormed that platform in the dead of night had just removed one of the final major obstacles to restoring freedom of navigation in one of the most critical waterways on Earth. Their silent victory added yet another chapter to the growing legend of the Navy SEALs in the battle for Hormuz. A legend not written with noise, but with speed, precision, and absolute dominance.